All right, so I was contacted by a company via email from Amazon and asked to review their glue gun. And this is the box that it came in and how it was packaged, okay? Now, this is it. It's called Bleds or Bleds. You choose. I don't know for sure. But anyway, this is what we get, okay? I'm just going to show you. You have a user's manual. You have a cute little pink and purple glue gun. That's a nice rubber grippy handle feeling thing. You got this thing that pops up in there and makes it where it stands up, I'm sure. I guess that's on there. So there you have that. That's a nice feature. The only thing my reviews are brutally honest. I am a brutally honest person, okay? My only downfall is you have to do this via USB, okay? That's just me. Then they give you a pack of glue sticks. I'm loving the little glitter ones. I've always wanted to try those, but I'm not going to do that to this gun. We're going to use their glue sticks, okay? So this is what I got in the box. Just wanted to show you the cute little box. And now the first step is to charge it. So I'm going to charge it. And it says, there's a little indicator light back here. And there's the little charging port, okay? And what you got to do, it says that it should be fully charged with a suitable charge before you use it, okay? The blue light is on after preheating for 1 to 3 minutes. Then they say that's all that takes to do that, okay? So there will be a red light while it's charging and a green light when it's fully charged. Okay? Do not use it while it's charging, it says. So I'm going to go charge this and I'll let you know how long it takes. From what I'm understanding by looking at the gun, because I did look at it online, it will last about an hour, okay? And that's it. So let me go charge it and then we'll see how this works. I will note on here that it says that you need an output voltage because of the lithium battery of 5 volt, which is a standard phone charger, and a current of 1 to 2A. So this one right here, you have to look on your charger. If you don't charge it in a computer, I'm sure you can do that. This says 5 volt, which is good. And then it's 1.55A, so that's below 2, so this should work. So I'm just going to plug this into the outlet or my extension cord. It's actually a, what you call that thing? Power surger. So I'm going to plug this in now, but I just wanted you to be aware of that. Okay, so I started at 4:27 and I stopped at 5:17. So about an hour it was done. The green light was on. So that's that. Now I inserted one of their long sticks and it went that far down in the gun. So it said once it's in there 2 or 3 minutes, which it has been, just push and see. So the glue is melted. It's coming out. So let's see how this does. Okay, so I have a bag of doll pins, doll heads, doll bodies, whatever. I have some in my Amazon store if you're interested in doing this little project, but I'm going to show you two little ways, or little ways to make 2 little dolls, or 2 ways to make dolls, or whatever. Just follow me. So I got my doll thing. I have 2 little beads. I have some lace. And then I have this fabric. This is just out of my scrap pile. So let's see how this goes. So far the gun's not dripping. It's not hot. It squeezes really easy. So let me measure my doll. Okay, I'm going to glue this down. Or actually, I'll sew that down. You're just going to gather it. That's all you're going to do. And then I'm going to cut it. And this is going to be a ragged edge, okay? Just a ragged edge. No big deal. It's easy project whenever I find my scissors. Oh, y'all have rearranged stuff again. Leave it to me. So I have the 3-inch. There's 2-inch, 1-inch, but I have like a 3 or 3.5 inch. doll pin here, doll head, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so now both my ends are ragged. But anyways, I'm just going to turn over one end, or turn under, over, under, whatever. Let me do it this way so I can see. Let me get all my junky phrase out of here. Okay, now let me turn it under this way. And I'm just going to do just a little piece, okay? That's it. And I'm going to start, I have a knot in my thread here, down here. And I'm just going to go zigzagging through here, okay? Okay, so you're going to do a little piece, you know, just comes around. And this is going to be the dress, okay? So this, make sure it'll go around. Now you don't want it sticking out like all frou-frou, but you know, it's good. It's good. I got a little bit of my bottom left. I didn't have to cover. You know, you can make it as long as you want to. If you want it all the way down, you know, that's you. I don't care. It doesn't bother me to see a little bit. But now the scrunchier you have it, the more it's going to stick out, okay? So if you make it a little looser, it'll fit right around, or you can scrunch it up and make it frou-frou. I'm going to make mine a little frou-frou, okay? Not real frou-frou, just a little frou-frou. Okay, so now I'm just going to tie this off right here where I have it. Just going to go under here and tie a knot in my string, okay? Alright, and then I'm going to cut my fabric. Don't cut your knot. I say that because I almost did. So save this piece or whatever. Now I'm going to get this kind of even. And I am going to put this around my doll. Okay? So I'm just going to start. Mine's a little big. How'd I do that? I don't know. All you got to do is find your string and pull it. No big deal. Okay? Alright. So that's where I'm going to do it. So I'm going to start with the glue. I know one thing, when you squeeze, you're going to get your glue. That's for sure. I hope y'all can see this. This trigger is so easy, but that makes it kind of bad in my opinion, because that glue comes out really, really fast. Okay, so let me scrunch this around this neck here. And there's my little doll. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue it to the other piece of fabric. Now I want to take and give her some little arms, okay? So I'm going to take this shorter piece right here. And I'm going to cut it off. And then I'm going to cut this in half. And this is going to be her little arms. Now they don't have to be that long. You don't want them longer than her dress. She would look like she really has really long arms. So I'm going to cut this down. And this is about 1.5 inches, I would say. Yep, 1.5 inches. Now, all I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to glue this to this. But I'm going to make a poofy sleeve here. Okay? So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to add a little glue. This glue is not real hot. It's like a low temp gun. Okay? Now I'm just going to take and I am going to scrunch up both ends. Okay? You can't go where your glue is. I'm going right on the edge. Okay? Right on the edge. And I'm going to do this all the way around. Right on the edge. As close as I can. without getting my fabric, sliding off. And then I'm going to just draw this up, okay? So all I'm going to do is pull this tight and tie it off. Then you're going to cut your string. Cut this off even without cutting your little gather there. Now you have this, okay? Now, I have a teeny amount of polyfill. You can use a cotton ball or whatever you have. It's just, I sew, so I have polyfill. It was just here. Now, if I had a cotton ball, I would have used a cotton ball. And all you gotta do is poke that down in that sleeve just a little bit, okay? Now you want to take and you're going to draw up this end, except you're going to leave a little edge, okay? So you'll want to come down just a little bit. See? And you want to leave a little edge here, okay? Now draw that up. But before you draw that up real tight, take you a little wooden bead, and we're going to glue this little wooden bead in here. And this is going to be her hand, okay? Now bring your fabric around there and then draw it just a little bit. Trying to cover these holes on my bead. Now all I gotta do is tie my string off. And there's her little hand. Now I gotta do another one. Same thing. So I'm gonna put one arm on one side, and I'm just gonna glue the side that I glued. Okay? And I'm just gonna glue that right up there, just like that right there. Okay? We'll go over that in a minute. Push that down real good. Now I'm going to put the other one on. There's her arms on. Okay. Now, we'll cover those up in a minute. So we know that this is the front. Okay. So I'm just going to add 2 little eyes. Now, I've got lace. This is where I'm going to cover up this. Now, this might be too big, but it looked country. And that's what I wanted, country. So I'm going to do this lace just like I did the dress, okay? And I'm going to fold this under because it's ugly, okay? Just be honest with you, it's ugly. And I'm going to fold it under and scrunch it up to go around her neck, okay? And I'm just going to cut off a little piece. Now I have it ready to glue on. But since I'm testing out this gun, it's pretty stout. I must say, it is pretty stout. So I'm going to just take this and glue it right on like that. And then I'll probably tack it down just a little bit. Okay? But this is going to go on just like this. And that's her little collar, and that will cover up where her arms were glued on, okay? Okay, now I've got doll hair. Okay, I've made dolls for years, so I got this, I don't even know where, but it looks like it's seen its better days. And the best way to get doll hair out is to cut just a little corner out and pull. But like I said, this looks like it has seen a whole lot better days. And that's because it's been stored in a tote, So this looks kind of, yeah. So we're going to pitch that, okay? So I usually just, when I do them on these dolls, I'll take this hair, okay, and I'll string it out. Sorry, I had a cough. And I'm just going to fold it around, okay? And this gives me a nice wad of hair, okay? Now, I'm not a professional at this, okay? These are just little dolls, and I just did these. I used to do these and sell these at craft fairs. A church lady showed me how to do them, and they sold real good back in the day, but I just needed something light to do, you know? So anyways, now I'm going to take this piece of hair that came apart, and I'm gonna lose it. Oh, gee golly whoppers. Okay, there it is. Okay. So I'm gonna take this and I'm going to tie it lightly around this hair, okay? This wad of hair, and I'm gonna tie it. This is what's gonna help hold it together and on this doll's head, okay? Then I'm gonna fluff it, and I am going to trim it after I get it on, okay? So I'm just gonna take my little doll, and this won't look very attractive at first, y'all, I promise. So I'm just going to take glue, and I'm going to go around her head like this, just like so. It shoots too much glue out at one time. Y'all know how I like my precision glue guns, and this trigger is so stinking easy that it just shoots it everywhere. Now I'm being real with y'all. I'm supposed to be doing a review on this, and y'all know I'm honest. So let me try not to go so heavy-handed and see what happens. So I'm just going to add glue right here, right on top. Now I'm going to set my hairball right there and smush it down, okay? You see, I have covered up her little face. Her eyes are way too big. Y'all wait till you see my next one. It'll be cuter. Alright, now I'm going to pull this down and back. And you could put it in a ponytail, or you could do whatever. Now I just take and start gluing on this ball and putting my hair down. Okay? Be careful you don't get burned. I need another glue stick. And I'm just going to add more glue. And squish my hair up and glue it down. Now I can take and pull her hair around and give her a cut. Just making sure that her hair is even, okay? Now, you can cut your curls apart if that suits your fancy. You do not have to. And then you really have to give her a trim because it starts getting loose. And there she is. There's your little wooden doll. These are just for decor, in my opinion. I wouldn't give them to a kid. We just use them as shelf sitters, and they just sit on your shelf. But there she is. For this next one, I'm going to use ivory chalk paint, and I have a half bead. Well, I mean, it's a ball, but it has a bottom to it. And I'm going to use this right here, and I'm going to paint this ivory. I wanted y'all to see that I gave her another face. I like this one better. It took 3 coats of paint, though, to cover up that marker. But anyway, she looks cuter. So, now that I have this one painted, okay, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to get some string. Now, I have my string, and I have oodles and boodles of buttons, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to string one button on first, okay? And you just pick random buttons, okay? It doesn't matter. I do want one, however, with 2. So you want to spit on your string, shove it through one, about that long. Okay, now thread it through the other hole. So this will be your bottom, okay? Now, they're not going to go anywhere. Some of y'all back in the day may have done this. I don't know. But now I'm going to take a little bit of glue that's dripping off here, and I'm going to wind it around here, okay? And that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to take my button, and I'm going to go through a hole. I gotta go up more. You don't have to use hot glue for this. You can use tacky glue or whatever glue you want to. I'm just gonna go up one of the button things, okay? Now, I'm just gonna start stringing buttons. So you just want to go about that far up, okay? Just about that far. That's it. So I've got about 12 on the feet and 5 on the hands, okay? Because you want the hands smaller. So we're going to take the feet and we're going to put them through the this little planter thing. You can get these at Hobby Lobby. You know what? I'm going to string these at the same time. Y'all, I've been in here over an hour and this thing is still working. It's still hot. It's cooling off, but it's still hot. It still works. And I'm impressed because there's no glue drips. I don't know if it's because it's not a real hot gun. I don't know. I really don't. But I'm impressed, to say the least. And this is a booger. Okay, there it went. Alright, now you want these to dangle at different lengths, okay? You don't want them the same length. So you want them to dangle down a little bit. I'm going to take these and I'm going to glue them to the thing, right like this. Yeah, I'm cooling down. So it lasted me about an hour and 15 minutes, y'all. About an hour and 15 minutes. Let me plug in my regular glue gun to finish this, okay? And as you can see, no light. So, lasted about an hour and a half. And no drips with their glue too much. Just a little bit. Not a lot of glue. Strings. Y'all know I hate to glue strings. Not a lot of glue strings. So that's a plus. All in all, not a bad little gun. I don't think it's very hot. But that's okay. That's okay. Now you see where I'm going here? Now I'm going to take these and I'm going to dangle them down just a little bit. But I'm going to put the dress on first, okay? So, I'm going to make my little dress the same as I did the other little dress, okay? Just ripping fabric. So now I have this, okay? Which is what I want. And I'm going to put this on top of here because when you put your head down, you're going to have a gap, okay? You don't want that gap there. So, you have to put this on before you put your arms on. So I'm just going to stitch this little ring together, okay? That's all I'm going to do. Stitch it together. Seal it off, or tie it off, whatever. It's off. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here. Ow! That was dumb. Try not to say the S word. Now I'm just going to glue this down, okay? All you're going to do is put glue right here first. Easy peasy. Make sure that it's in the back is where your doodad is. Now push that down real tight, okay? Now you can take and go right on the edge of your pot here and push your dress down, okay? You can go all the way around your pot and then just hold your dress down. And that's gonna glue your dress downward instead of sticking out like, you know, like a sore thumb. Now, you are going to put this down, if it'll go down. All right, now, take your little arm and you're going to tie a small knot to make sure nothing falls off here. Okay? And then snip. Tie your other one. Now you can take your head and place it down on your arms and the top of your thing right there. Dress. Your thing right there. Okay. Now, this is what she looks like so far. Now how cute. It's cute for your sewing room, okay? It's just cute. So now I am going to take some lace trim wherever I put it. Oh, right here. And I'm going to go around her top here, okay? And I'm just going to start in the back. And I'm just going to take a thin line of glue and start that on there. I'm not scrunching this up. Make sure your arms are down. Pull it tight around here. Go all the way around. Make sure your arm's out. Now I want blonde hair on this one. Now I've got her little blonde hair on. Before I do any cutting, I parted it just a little bit, and I've got this teeny tiny thin ribbon. You can buy it at Walmart. It's not a big deal. And I'm just going to take and tip her over. I'm going to tie. I'm going to make this long. I can cut it off. This stuff is relatively cheap, okay? So I'm just going to cut me a piece. And I am going to tie a bow in her hair and give her little piggy tails because I think that's going to be cute. It's going to be a mess, but it's going to be cute, okay? So all I'm doing is tying a bow in here, all right? And I'm going to do this on each side. And when I do that, I'm going to pull my bow. I don't want it real big, but I want it seen, if that makes sense, okay? So I think about right like that. And then I'll cut my tails off. Oh, for the love of Pete, this thing. You can make the legs longer if you want to. Now I'm going to do the same on the other side. Oh my gosh. She's so cute. Look at her. I do have to pull her hands around some. But I don't want to make her look like she's like Tyrannosaurus Rex, you know. But ain't that the cutest little thing? Good grief. Now I'm going to put her face on. Oh, I think I'm going to put her face on. That's all I'm going to do for her face, and then put her blush on, okay? That's it. I'm not going to put a mouth on this one just because I think it's cute without one. I just added a teeny tiny safety pin to her dress because I thought that just was cute. I love it. Shelf sitter for my sewing room. How sweet. Okay, so here's where the real review of the gun comes in, okay? And I did add a bow to my little girl. She's so cute. And she sits just like this. See, her legs dangle. Hope you can see that. But anyway, now, the review of the gun. Okay? Set these little things to the side. Now, I glued these two together. Now, don't mind this glue. I took them off of something else. I glued them together. They are not coming apart too easy. Okay? This is their glue, mind you. It will come apart, but it takes some prying, okay? Now, I will say it took me 16 hours. I mean, not 16 hours, 6 hours once this got, the juice was gone to recharge it. But after I recharged it, it's been doing fine. It did drip some. Now, let's see how it goes. There's a line of glue. Now you got to squeeze the trigger real easy because this thing squeezes so easy and so fast, it just blobs. It blobs glue. It does leave glue strings. That could be their glue. And it will drip. It doesn't pour glue out, but it does drip. So my review of the gun is, it doesn't get real hot. I mean, now it's getting warm. It did not do that the first time. The gun is getting warm, so it is getting hot. I've only used it the one time and then charged it, and it took like 6 hours. I had an hour and 15 minutes per se for use out of this, but I wasn't constantly using it, okay? Because as you've seen in the video, I was doing other stuff while the gun was still on, so it may have lasted longer. I don't know about that. It does heat up very fast. It's nice to hold. I love that it's cordless and it stands up by itself. That's a plus. The only downfall of the gun is the trigger. When you squeeze the trigger, the glue just comes out so fast. Okay, that's the one downfall that I have. The second downfall is it's hard to get a very thin line of glue. But overall, it's a good glue gun. I have mixed emotions, but it's a good glue gun. I love the fact that it stands up. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and remember to ring that bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And until next time, you are a blessing. Goodbye.